Making the headlines, Governor Soludo urges the church to support government campaign to protect the environment. Anambra Head of Service Barrister Igwe belat Governor Soludo for recruiting 5,000 teachers. Nigeria military assures Nigerians of conducive environment for economic activities. South African President Ramaphosa faces parliamentary vote today over illegal cover-up. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. You are welcome to the news. My name is Chidimma Orangwa. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called on the church to help the government by preaching to the congregation on the need to cultivate the right attitude towards the environment. Governor Soludo was speaking during a Thanksgiving Mass at St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Amobia, in Oka South local government area. Government House correspondent Ejike Abana has details.
Governor Soludo harped on the need for the people to join the tree planting initiative of his administration and dispose refuse at the designated places, among others. The governor, who thanked the congregation for their support to his administration, enumerated some of his administration's efforts, including declaration of state of emergency on roads to the tune of awarding contract for either construction or reconstruction of 230 kilometers of roads, recent recruitment of 5,000 teachers, among others. The governor revealed that in order to remove pressure and check corruption among public servants, his administration introduced the Code of Conduct of not participating in public donations.
So ekene ka ketelo maka nkwado no niile ebele no niile no ya to God be the glory and thank you very much. Thank you. No will I know all our I can wear 24/7. I can now again. I will 5,000 teachers and dancing and anybody call or even any pride or even I believe strictly married. You need the right minded body once he married
The National Chairman of All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, Dr. Victor Oye, in his remarks, extolled the efforts of Governor Soludo in working simultaneously in all sectors, especially on roads. The senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District at the National Assembly, Mrs. Uche Ekwunife, member representing Oka South Constituency 2 at the Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Chukwuma Okoye, Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezajuri, Commissioner for Special Duties, Barrister Sly Ezokenwa, among others, attended the Mass. From St. Matthew's Catholic Church, Amobia, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called on the church to prioritize youth development. Governor Soludo made the call during the dedication of Life of Faith Assembly Onitsha. Government House correspondent Ejike Abana has the rest of the story.
Section of the church building was set aside as skill acquisition center for youths of the church and beyond. The governor, who spoke about the One Youth, Two Skills initiative of his administration, said that youth development is at the heart of his government. Professor Soludo, who restated his administration's commitment to ecumenism, described Anambra as a Christian state, adding that he considers denomination as merely modes of worship, as the body of Christ is one, while calling on Christians to bond together and fight idolatry, which he regretted is coming back to the land. The governor expressed optimism that his government will eventually take back the state from criminals and all forms of illegality and lawlessness. He said that the quality of roads being built by his administration are such that Anambra has not seen before, stating that the target is to achieve 200 kilometers of roads in its first 24 months lifespan, calling on the Anambra to continue to do their part without prompting.
I want, on behalf of the people and government of Anambra State, to appreciate you, appreciate the church for this particular day. It is this kind of partnership that will have to build a new state and a new Nigeria. The partnership between government and the church, the non-governmental institutions, the private sector, the international organizations, and so on. Everybody doing something on behalf of the people and government, the great people of Anambra State and government of Anambra State. I want to officially declare this place will be a house for productive skill enhancement for our youths that they will have. I will pray that the youths that will be trained here, that they will become very, very useful citizens. That they will go out there, those of them who got into businesses, into entrepreneurship and so on, they will get on to become the future millionaires and billionaires of Nigeria.
Earlier, the chairman of Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, PFN, Anambra State Chapter, Bishop Moses Ezedebego, expressed satisfaction with the kind of governor God gave to the state, applauding him for boldly promoting the spirit of ecumenism and striving to eliminate denominationalism. While canvassing support for the governor, Bishop Ezedebego asked people not to judge him yet, as it is still early in the day, praying God to help him succeed.
Anambra is so blessed that such kind of things shouldn't be happening in our state. But he came up, took the bold step to say, no, it will not continue. Your Excellency, we appreciate you. I have to do it publicly. We appreciate you. And that is why we are praying for you. You will never fail. Everything you have in mind to do for Anambra State, you will complete it. You will do it and accomplish it, and it will be amazing and awesome. Nothing will stop it. That's what I want to tell you and promise you, that we keep praying for you.
Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mr. Ernest Ezeajoye, Commissioner for Special Duties, Barrister Sly Ezeokenwa, the host, Bishop Emmanuel Obiora, Bishop Augustine Mwandeka, Bishop O.C. Dominic, among many others, attended the event, which also featured song ministration by Voice of the Cross. From Life of Faith Assembly, Onitsha, Ejike Abana, ABS News.
Anambra State Deputy Governor Dr. Onyeka Chukwuibezim has called on people to use the period of Christmas to reach out to the needy in the society. Dr. Ibezim made the call during his annual diocesan Christmas Carol and Festival of 9 Lessons of Anglican Communion Archdiocese held at Cathedral Church of St. Faith, Oka. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
Deputy Governor Ibezim, who described Christmas as a remarkable period for Christians, said that people should endeavor to, in the spirit of the season, show love to the downtrodden. Dr. Ibezim disclosed that the Professor Chukwuma Soludo administration will hold the Medina edition of its proposed annual All-Christian Praise Competition next year, where choirs in Anglican, Catholic and Pentecostal denominations within the state will be featured as a way of encouraging ecumenism and motivating choristers to put in more efforts in their service to God and humanity.
We remember the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. It's a season of joy. But the most important thing in this season is that God has kept you alive from January till now. So there is no way to celebrate more than this.
In a remark, the Archbishop, Ecclesiastical Province of the Niger, and Bishop of Awka Diocese, Most Reverend Alexander Bezim, encouraged Christians to use this period to seek the face of God and be more dedicated to Him. He then prayed for God's blessings and protection on Christians in this season and declared that 2023 will be fruitful for them.
Do not give up. If you give up, Satan will win. Will Satan win? He will win. And once you don't give up, victory will be your portion in the name of Jesus.
Earlier in his sermon, Reverend Onyeka Chukwubosa said that Christmas is worth celebrating as it is the commemoration of the birth of the Savior and Redeemer of the whole world, who left his throne and came in human form to save humanity from sin. He emphasized on the need for people to reconcile with God this period so as to meet Jesus Christ on his return.
Annunciation very merry, portrayed brilliantly. So the name of Jesus and the coming of Jesus was not in any way a guesswork. It was prophecy, pungently given and actualized.
From Cathedral Church of St. Faith, Awka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
Anambra State Head of Service, Barrister Theodore Igwegwe, has installed Governor Chukwuma Soludo on the recruitment of 5,000 teachers into the academic sector of the state service. This commendation was made at the International Conference Center, Awka, during the symbolic presentation of appointment letters to teachers who have been employed by the Anambra State government. We have details of this report from our studio.
Speaking to newsmen, the Civil Service boss expressed her delight with the timelessness of the recruitments while describing the exercise as an open and typical of an excellent leadership. The head of service, while welcoming the new teaching force into the service, admonished them to embrace true diligence and excellence, which the present Anambra State Civil Service is known for. She charged them to hit the ground running if they must meet the desires of Anambra, as they are expected to fill the vacuum left by retired teachers in the state. Barrister Igwegwe further hinted on the past achievements of teachers and students in Anambra and charged them to ensure that through their diligence to service and professionalism, they will surpass those great feats achieved before now.
Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, ICANN, Anambra State, Awka District, has called on the Managing Director of Anambra Broadcasting Service, ABS, Sechido Obidiegu, to seek collaboration with the organization ahead of its 2023 Medin International Conference, scheduled to hold from 21st to 24th March 2023. Members of the institute were led on the visit by the chairman of Awka District, Mr. Kingsley Dean. Blessing Dennis has details.
ICANN was established by the Act of Parliament number 15 of 1965 as a professional body recognized to regulate the practice of accountancy profession in Nigeria and set standards to be attained by professionals, enhance their ethical standards and technical competence in the public interest. In his remark, Mr. Dean explained that the international conference is in line with Governor Chukwuma Soludo's vision of attracting progressive socio-economic development coming to Anambra State. He describes Sachido as a consummate professional, a round peg in a round hole, noting that his wealth of experience will transform ABS to become a model broadcast station in the country. Mr. Dean further explained that the visit was to share ideas on the challenges affecting the progress of the institute, including training and retraining of accountants in their various establishments. According to Mr. Dean, ICANN is a leading global professional body known for producing world-class chartered accountants that will lead innovations and discussions to foster economic growth and prosperity.
And on behalf of ICANN Society, I also want to say congratulations for your appointment into this very important office. There's an aspect where he talked about moving up or ensuring socio-economic growth in Anambra State. Yeah. And we from, this state requires all stakeholders it needs to progress the state and also making to achieve the manifesto. So we felt that it's very important that the ICANN can also come in and know how to partner with the state government and ensure that this dream comes true.
Responding, Sachido noted that Governor Soludo's administration has brought a new dawn and conducive environment, increased tempo of socio-economic activities in the state, and described the governor as an icon of transparency, accountability, and due process. He assured members of the institute of the support of the establishment, adding that professional accountants in business represent the interests of the owners of the company, assist companies with corporate strategy, provide advice, and help businesses to reduce costs, improve, and mitigate risk.
I don't have any reason why we shouldn't work together, because Soludo is an icon of transparency and accountability. That's what he stands for. So there's no reason why I shouldn't, partner with people who are affiliated, to my boss. Okay? And he has all over the world. He has left his feet on the sands of time as a man who believes, though an economist, but he believes that due process must be followed in everything. And you cannot do due process without, bringing in accountants who should look at the books and ensure that things, are done appropriately. And that goes to speak the value you bring as accountants to any establishment.
In Oka, I am blessing.
Nigeria's defense headquarters says it is not relenting in the fight against oil theft. Princess Ekwe Ajide of Abuja Bureau filed in this report taken from her.
The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Musa Dammadami, who disclosed this in Abuja, said troops of Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe has continued its kinetic operation geared towards sustaining a conducive environment for economic activities to thrive and deny criminals the opportunity to carry out their illegal oil activities in Delta, Bayelsa, and Rivers states respectively. Dammadami explained that its land and maritime components of Operation Delta Safe in the conduct of Operation Octopus Grip had discovered and destroyed 81 illegal refining sites, 254 storage tanks, 173 cooking ovens, 118 dug-out pits, and 36 wooden boats within the past 2 weeks. He said between November 17 and December 1, 2022, troops had cumulatively recovered huge quantities of petroleum products, 11 cars, 6 tankers, 8 pumping machines, 3 motorcycles, 2 outboard engines, 1 tricycle, and 5 AK-47 rifles loaded with ammunition, while 81 criminal elements were also apprehended during the various operations. He enjoined the populace to continue to assist the military in their quest to restore peace and security in the country by providing them with prompt and credible information on the activities of terrorists and other criminal elements in their localities.
Troops of Operation Awasi in the conduct of Operation Swift Response recovered 450 47 50 kg bags of foreign rice, 125 jerrycans of 25 liters of premium motor spirits, and 1 vehicle. All the covered items have been handed over to the Nigerian Customs for further action. The entire populace is hereby appreciated for their support given to the armed forces of Nigeria and other security agencies in the conduct of our various operations across the country.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwe Ajide, ABS News.
President Muhammadu Buhari has called on the new management team of Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS Commission, led by Dr. Omar Aliyu Toure, to complete the review and harmonization of ongoing reforms aimed at strengthening the sub-regional body. President Buhari gave the charge in Abuja in his welcome address at the 62nd Ordinary Session of the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government. President Buhari said the Commission must therefore work assiduously to complete the review and harmonization of the protocols on good governance and democracy, as these will enable our sub-region to sustain our collective effort to deepen not only democracy, but head dividends through good governance to the community citizens. Welcoming fellow regional leaders, President Buhari noted that this year's summit was the 8th that Nigeria under his leadership has hosted. He thanked the fellow leaders for the support he received as a regional champion on COVID-19 at a time the pandemic ravaged the entire world, ascribing the successes recorded in the region to their cooperation. Cyril Ramaphosa may have insisted over the weekend he will not resign, but the South African president still faces a parliamentary vote today that could lead to his impeachment. The ruling African National Congress will meet to discuss Ramaphosa's fate after a parliamentary panel's report last week said he might have acted illegally in covering up a burglary at his farm. Despite deep divisions inside the party, there appears to be a majority backing the president. There was pressure last week from some quarters for Ramaphosa to quit or be forced out of office over what has become known as the Fala Fala affair after the farm at the center of the controversy. But Ramaphosa looked relaxed as he spoke to journalists outside a conference center where some ANC delegates were already discussing the case against him. He has been accused of having covered up the burglary of more than $500,000 in cash from his farm in northeastern South Africa. Nigeria forward Isaac Success has extended his contract to his Italian Serie A club, Udinese. The former youth international signed a deal that keeps him at the club till June 30, 2024. The deal quashed the speculation linking him with a move to Lazio, who were reported to have been keeping a close eye on him the season ahead of next summer. The 26-year-old Success rejoined Udinese in August 2021 after he first joined them as a schoolboy in the 2013-2014 season. His previous clubs include Watford, Granada and Malaga. The 26-year-old Nigerian is not the most prolific in front of goal, but is a valuable part of Andrea Sottil's squad in Udine, scoring 1 goal and providing 4 assists in 17 appearances across all competitions. Success is able to play a number of roles on the front line, including centre forward, second striker and out wide. He has been capped 4 times by the Super Eagles after he also featured for the Golden Eaglet and Flying Eagles. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Governor Soludo has urged the church to support government campaign to protect environment. Anambra Head of Service Barrister Igwewe has lauded Governor Soludo for recruiting 5,000 teachers. Nigerian military has assured Nigerians of conducive environment for economic activities. And on the foreign scene, we also told you that South African President Ramaphosa is facing a parliamentary vote today over illegal cover-up. And here's a special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news at 7. Thank you so much for being part of it. My name is Chedema Orangwa. Good morning.